LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. By MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Javier Cora. Number 13, Vegas Delgado. Number 14, Giovanni Morales.
Okay.
Number 33, Dominic Swain. Number 51, Anthony Mastroberti. Number 55, Carter Austin. Number 57, Tyler Witzgall. Number 69, Anthony Kendall.
Got it. Okay.
And number 74, Jacob Pascal. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Wachusett Mountaineers. Number 2, Ben Dominic. Number 3, Dylan Harper. Number 8, Grayson Baker. Number 10, Alex Zikos. Number 17, Ethan Blomquist. Number 28, Brian Kopecki.
Okay.
Number 53, Angel Rosa. Number 56, Blaze Zinnison. Number 58, Owen Powers. Number 64, James Vincent. And number 79, Malik Anglin.
Tonight on LTV Action Sports, Blue Devils football opens their Midland Wachusett League season on the road in Holden. After a 27-13 defeat last week to the PBD Veterans Memorial Tanners, the traveling Blue Devils come in hungry to right the ship. Their hosts this evening are the Wachusett Regional Mountaineers, themselves 2-3, riding high after a win last week against Salem, New Hampshire. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you from high above Hal Lane Field. Thanks to our LTV production crew, I'm Cody Roy, joined again by Liam Carton. And we get straight into it here with the opening coin toss, and we go straight into the quarterback battle tonight. Osiris Lopez matches up against Dylan Harper. Lopez last week had a really good game, had a few communication issues with Delgado, but aside from that, big passes for 22, 17, and 28 on a quick release. And ran the ball himself quite well as well, 12 yards on a few. And on the other side, Dylan Harper, the senior quarterback, 6'2", 170. Had an 85-yard touchdown to his main target, 6'7" tight end Grayson Baker. Throw was roughly 30, and Baker was impossible to bring down. Also threw an 18-yarder and another 65-yard touchdown. Throw was 10, in which Baker gets through untouched as we pause to the national anthem. And I'm not sure if you picked it up on your end, but the student section here at Wachusett joining in on American Pride Night here from Hal Lane Field in Holden. And Liam Carton, let's talk a little bit more about Grayson Baker.
Grayson Baker is a 6'7", 6'8" tight end / defensive end. I mean, that's absurd. To have a receiver that tall that you can just chuck the ball up to anytime and get jump balls with.
And fans would also like to remind you that smoking is strictly
a recipe for success at the high school level. You very rarely come across that even at a college level. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. I mean, Grayson Baker, he's going to be the key to success for Wachusett during this game. And kind of the keys to the game for Leominster, you just have to clean up on special teams. just make sure that you're flipping the fields when you're no longer on offense. Osiris Lopez and Jadis Delgado making sure that those connections are made tonight, and containing Grayson Baker is going to be the big key for this Leominster defense tonight.
And kicking things off, Daniel Thompson for Leominster. Kick to about the 15, picked up and fielded. To the 20, still going, brought down at the 30.
Ben Dominic on the return.
And that's a great tackle right there by Mimi Elias. Comes in, goes low. Beautiful tackle right there. Great coverage by Leominster. Forced him to go inside. And now Wachusett's going to start from about the 29-yard line with a 1st and 10 right here.
And it was Ben Dominic on the field. So we get our first look now at Dylan Harper for the Mountaineers. With a flag, and I believe it's going to be a false start on Wachusett.
5-yard penalty against the Mountaineers. It'll be first down, 1st and 15.
1st and 15 from the 24.
Rough start so far for Wachusett, but it's going to be 1st and 15. Leominster responding to the quads action from Wachusett with a motion over right now.
That was Ethan Bonquist in motion, picking up a few for the Mountaineers.
Number 28, Kopecki with the carry.
And that's the biggest thing right there. When you see that motion from Wachusett, it's either they're trying to get their guys to the perimeter or they're just trying to get another guy in there to block. So that way you have 6 in the box right there. Leominster with 7, so they're trying to get the numbers matched right there. Good start so far from the defense.
And it was Peggy for a pickup of 3. The quick pass caught and gets a few more yards off it.
To number 10,
That is Alex Zikos. Flag after the whistle.
And that was Xavier Cora coming in to fill in for the screen. He saw that the blockers got downfield.
Gain 4 on the play.
And we're waiting right now to hear from the referees on what the call is.
Flag did come in from the backfield official.
Flag on the play.
And they're going to call a block in the back on the Wachusett line right there. Going to back them up about 10.
2 plays, 2 fouls for 15 yards.
And the first thing I'm seeing right now with this Wachusett offense, your linemen are a little shorter and your skill positions are taller. Definitely a rare thing you see nowadays.
And the rush, taking a lot to bring him down, able to get a few back.
Number 28, Kopecki with the carry.
And again, just another beautiful tackle right there by Xavier Cora, coming in, going at the legs. I mean, it's the first thing we're seeing so far from Leominster. Great tackling. So you know that means great coaching.
And as we said, Leominster's defense going to be the key this evening for them. Yet to target Grayson Baker. Dylan Harper 1 for 1 so far. And they'll drop back to pass, rolls left. Pass up and caught. That is Ben Dominic running out of bounds. That will be a first down.
Number 2, Ben Dominic. And up for a first down, 1st and 10, Wachusett.
And that's going to be the first adjustment that Leominster needs to make. When they see trips there, in this cover 4, cover 3 look that they're giving, they have to shift everybody over to account for the flood. It's going to be essential for going down the line of the game.
Quick no huddle, hand it off.
Number 28, Brian.
That is Kopecki again. Able to get a few back on it.
Gain of 6. 2nd down, 2nd and 4.
Sets up a 2nd and 4.
Big tackle right there from Jadis Delgado coming in from the corner spot to make sure you stop the holes right there.
Harper has pumped back into his left. Draws back to pass, has time. Quick pass caught and still running. Is Thomas Anderson still going to the 20. Finally brought down at the 19.
Number 10, Alex Zikos.
We're going to get the tackle in from Keegan Amarasing right there.
It'll be first down, 1st and 10, Mountaineers.
Wachusett's just capitalizing right there off of missed tackles and bad pursuit by Leominster. DBs, you just have to aim for that near hip and just get on a nice line to the carrier.
And it's on a 1st and 10 in the red zone from the 19. Hand off Pumpecki. Pumpecki in
Number
to the
28,
11.
Pumpecki with the carry. Gain of 8, 2nd down.
Gets it to the 11, sets up 2nd and 2.
So far we're seeing right now Ethan Blomquist for Wachusett. Anytime he's been in motion, they're just trying to get that extra blocker in. I'm going to be interested to see how they try to add in an extra element to that going down the line.
Harper hands it off Pumpecki again, cutting in, brought down
Pumpecki with the carry.
for a minimal gain.
And that hole is filled immediately by Keegan Amarasing, as well as Nate Hankins.
No gain on the play, 3rd down.
2 big plays so far from the Leominster front. Hold them to about third and manageable for Wachusett right now.
3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2 from the 11.
They're trying to get ISO with Baker.
And pumps and rolls left. Still pass up and caught in the back of the end zone. And that is Ben Dominic at the far side. Touchdown Holden. Wachusett, excuse me, and it is 6-0 in the early going.
Just over the head of Jadis Delgado right there. Going to be a great throw by Harper. Just got to swing her head around the right way. Unfortunately, Delgado, he got beat a little bit more to the outside than he would have liked, but gonna have to make that adjustment for the remainder of the game.
Harper on that drive, 4 for 4. We're seeing a great start from him. This is Logan Dennett, the hold. And the kick is good.
Good. 8 minutes remain in the 1st quarter. You score 7-0.
On that, Jack Henner.
Wachusett.
And that's one thing I forgot about with Wachusett's field playing here is the giant wall that's almost immediately after the end zone over there. It's honestly scary to think about if you're going into that with full speed. Just imagine running into that full force. Scary stuff.
Yeah, it's an interesting retaining wall. It's really only a few yards in there. 5 at most.
Definitely.
It will be Henner to kick it off for Wachusett.
And Leominster making a change from the past couple weeks. Instead of Juan Miranda returning, it's going to be Xavier Cora returning for Leominster.
Indeed it is. Xavier Cora on the backfield.
Going to be doing it all tonight for him.
And kick is high and straight. Fielded at the 9. Up to the 20. Xavier Cora still going to the 35. Still up. Still up. Finally brought down at the 38. And it's Holden football. It's Wachusett ball.
Play recovered by Wachusett.
Still a scrum going on for it. Didn't see where the ball popped out. But Wachusett saying they have it, signaled to Wachusett as well.
Recovered by number 44,
And that's
Anthony.
Makai Anthony coming up with the ball. Xavier Cora just got it peanut punched at the last minute. Unfortunately, was not down.
Lemonster territory.
So another fumble on a kick return in back-to-back weeks for Leominster.
Special teams woes continuing for the Blue Devils. As we see a second look at Dylan Harper now. Drops back, steps up, has Pumpecki. Pumpecki able to get a few on it. Finally brought down.
And Leominster so far, they're trying to combat this Grayson Baker by running a cover 4 and making sure that you can't beat him deep or get the jump ball opportunities like normal. So the biggest thing for Wachusett will be to hit these flat routes and these short routes, especially if they're going to keep attacking Leominster's defense.
Gonna test the short game. Pass caught again. 6 for 6, Dylan Harper.
Pass complete to number 17, Blomquist.
That's Blomquist on the catch.
And that was a huge open field tackle right there by Xavier Cora. Last man on the line. If he does not make that tackle, Blomquist is possibly running to the end zone right now as we speak. I mean, it's so far hitting the short game for Wachusett.
Wachusett worked their short game, 1st and 10. Get a new set of downs.
Trips to the near side for Wachusett right here.
Looking left, out of the hands.
Pass intended for number 10,
Alex Zico's first incompletion of the day.
Incomplete. 2nd down.
And Wachusett just trying to adjust this Leominster defense. As they run the cover 4, the biggest way to stress that is by having the trips, especially with Baker in the slot. It just really gets you worried for that seam route going up the middle or the slot fade especially.
Blue Devils, as we said in pregame, really respecting Baker as they'll run it through Konpeki for a minimal gain. Really respecting the big body of Grayson Baker.
Absolutely, and they're respecting him but not giving him too much attention so far. They haven't pulled their linebackers out and pulled the safety over to kind of bracket him in a sense. We'll see if that ends up happening as the game goes on, but I mean, it's just going to be a matter of if they keep trying to feed Baker. They have not yet. Right now, it's been the Ethan Blomquist and Ben Dominic show so far for Wachusett.
Harper rolls right and brought down at the 35. That'll be a loss of about 7.
Huge tackle right there by Mason Martin and Dominic Swain coming in to get that group sack right there. Swain coming in from the cornerback position too, or outside linebacker, sorry. And then Martin coming in from that edge position.
We're looking at 4th and quite a lot here, 4th and 15 on the scoreboard.
And we're in no man's land, so be prepared for a jump ball action right now with Grayson Baker. And we see Xavier Cora moving out a bit just to respect him a little bit more.
Short pass right. He's caught and not going to be enough. Blue Devils will get it back. Zikos unable to make it all the way. Blue Devils football.
And again, Amarasing, and this time Aaron Christopher coming in to finish the tackle. Great defense right there, making sure that they have to beat you deep or they have to get a lot after the catch. And unfortunately for Wachusett, they were not able to do that. Leominster defense, making sure that you limit these points off the turnover, which is another key to the game for Leominster right there.
Leominster from their own 25-yard line.
Ball at the Blue Devils 25, 1st and 10. First look at Osiris Lopez, spins, fumble again, and quickly snatched back up by Xavier Cora, just losing the ball.
That was just a bit of a rough handoff right there. It's cold right now. That ball is going to be harder than normal. It's going to be tough to hold on to it. It's just a matter of Xavier Cora tonight just making sure that you have both hands on the ball and keeping it that way for as long as you're in the field of play.
Ball control an issue early for the Blue Devils. Lopez rolls right. Big pass caught.
Huge play right there by Ricker.
Number 1, Ryan Ricker.
Great rollout by Lopez too. He had pressure coming from behind him, and he's able to get that boot play action look that you're looking for to attack that corner, especially with Wachusett right now in a cover 1 man press look. That's going to be the way to attack it. Make sure you get your athletes out in space and just trusting your guys.
Snap back for Lopez, handed off to Cora. Cora pushing past midfield. Will be spotted right on the 50. Set up a 2nd and short.
Great blocking right there by the line, setting up Cora to find the hole and easily get in there. And now they're bringing in Chris Hatch in at running back, giving Cora a break right now.
Hatch steps into the backfield behind Lopez. 2nd and 2 from the 50.
Wachusett with a cover 0 look right here.
Another big pass just out of the hands and over the head of Jadis Delgado, his first target of the game.
Incomplete, third down, 32.
And that was one of the things that we hit on pregame, just making sure that Lopez can connect with Delgado. Just got to lower it a little bit or just put a little more air under the ball, and I think Delgado's got that for a big post going to the crib.
And hand it off once again and stuffed on the line of scrimmage. Momentum will take him right back to the line.
Big call right now for the Leominster offense. Are you going to punt or are you going to keep going? It's looking like they're going to keep going.
Midfield.
Looks like they are as Lopez looks over to the sideline. 4th and 2 for the Blue Devils. Right on the 50.
Just trying to get them to jump off sides, get the free 5.
And they will not hand it off to Hatch, who is again stuffed at the 50, short, and it will be Wachusett football.
And unfortunately, same play, same result right there. Leominster trying to go back to that ISO up the middle. Wachusett's D tackles are just overpowering right now for the Leominster offensive line.
We see the 7 for 8 Dylan Harper back on the field for Wachusett here in the late going the first quarter.
They motion Baker over.
And hand it off as they'll use him in an extra blocker and still going. Pompecki to the 40.
Pompecki with the carry. Gain of 12 on the play.
And that's been the key so far for the Wachusett offense. Wherever that motion goes, just trust that's where the run will go because they're not trying to pull their linemen so far.
Hand it off again to Pompecki. He's seeing the ball quite a lot. He'll get a few yards on that one.
Yeah, especially when it's cold. You don't want to put too much stress on a quarterback.
Gain of 2, second down, second and 8.
It's tougher for receivers to catch the ball when it's cold, so it's just a matter of trying to play to your strength.
And as we've seen from the Blue Devils, difficult to retain the ball when it is in your hands as well. Already 2 fumbles, 1 recovered, 1 lost. 2nd and 8. Pompecki in the backfield with Harper.
And Leominster with the 3 safety set right here, so they're going to be coming out in that cover 3 look most likely with corners in the flats. Wachusett doesn't like the look, so they're going to call a timeout right there.
Wachusett.
Timeout Wachusett, 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, up 7-0 over the Blue Devils. And your assessment so far, Liam Curtin?
I like what they were about to run right there on defense with the 3 safety high look. Only thing is, you're getting beat on the run. I know you're so worried about this pass attack. You've just got to pack the box a little bit and then run the cover 3 look, I think. But we'll see what Devin Gates has in store for us as the game goes on.
Devin Gates tonight coaching against Mike Dubzinski, son of a Leominster legend. As we restart here in Holden, Wachusett up 7-0.
Leominster coming out with the 4-3 look right now instead of that 3-3 from last play.
Snap back, quick pass, Pompecki through his hands.
Pass intended for 28, Pompecki.
That was Jaden Jenkins out there in pursuit. This is his first game back in a couple for Leominster. They've definitely missed him on the edge.
A very pivotal part of the Blue Devils defense. Sets up 3rd and 8.
And these 3rd and long plays, they're going to go to that nickel look with the 3 safety high look. It's just a matter of knowing how to attack it for Wachusett.
First target of Baker, and he'll come down with that short, just short of the line.
Pass complete. Number 8, Baker.
And that's exactly why you have that look. You have your corners already there for when Baker is running these shorter routes.
4th and 2, and for the 3rd time this game, stop me if you've heard this before, going for it. QB keeper. Will it be enough? Still up, still fighting. And the spot will be.
And that's the ever famous tush push right there. Wachusett stealing it from the Philadelphia Eagles as it has taken over football lately. Anytime it's 4th and short. Basically, if you have big bodies up front, you're just trying to push it forward. And we're about to wait for the call. It's looking like they're going to bring out the chains here.
We are going to see the chains coming out here. As it looks.
It looks like they got it, but we're about to find out in about a couple seconds.
From this point of view, as if it's going to be enough. As the chains make their way out. And I believe that it's going to be enough.
And that's the full football past the down markers right there.
In Leinster territory on the
little room to spare on that.
9-yard line.
And Wachusett getting right on the ball right here to get the quick tempo going, keep the momentum going.
Ball in the Blue Devils 29, minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Quick sidearm pass caught, and that is going to be wide open and an easy touchdown for Cam McGravy. His first catch of the day.
Complete to number 9, Cam McGravy.
It'll be 13-0 Wachusett here late in the quarter.
Touchdown.
And because of the trips to the near side, Wachusett went ahead. They know that it's ISO on that far side. They run the slant away from the corner, and there's no safety help right there. Just an easy touchdown right there for Wachusett.
He was wide open, some great route running. Able to find the seam.
Well, that's the thing. For Wachusett, this has been a coverage that's been in style for Leominster for even when I was there playing. It's a cover 3 shaded where you have an ISO with the backside corner. So they're in charge of everything on that backside. And the easiest way to kind of go against that look is to run either a slant or a fade. And they do exactly that. And they capitalize, getting the big play touchdown right there.
Indeed they do, as that has blown this one wide open in the late going of the first quarter.
Luckily, it's only a 2-score game. You still have a minute 30 left in this first quarter, and then you got a whole 3 quarters after it. So there's no reason to be saying, woe is me, and feeling sorry for yourself at this point. Now you've just got to flip the switch, start attacking them right now.
Yep, these are the Blue Devils. Slow things down, take it one play at a time.
And that's been the key so far for Wachusett, the big play right now. On that first drive when they scored, you had that 30-yard catch and run off the screen. And then right there, you get the touchdown going with the slant that goes about 25-30. So just going to be limiting these big plays for Leominster.
Caught by Cora. Cora will field it. Now past the 30, 35-40. Pushing midfield, finally brought down by a pair of Mountaineers at the 45.
That was a great return right there by Cora, reading the coverage, realizing that there was a soft spot on that far side going to the right. Beautiful read by him, great blocking, especially by Leominster. Exactly what you're looking for.
And this will set them up in very good field position just before midfield.
That's definitely the best field position they've seen in the past couple weeks, especially against PBD. They were always far on their side.
And out of the hands. Unfortunate drop there.
Jadis Delgado.
Delgado again.
Second down.
Lopez hit him right in the numbers. Unfortunately, it's again that cold weather makes it so tough to catch it.
It is very cold this evening. Wind blowing northwest from near to far. And brought down there is Cora.
Big tackle right there by Mitchell Doncourt for Wachusett. Came right in and swallowed up Cora from that linebacker spot. Read the keys from the lineman. They were looking for that inside zone.
Third and 12 now. The Blue Devils good field position. Suddenly not so good.
Leominster looking to get the trips look going. Hopefully to stress this Wachusett defense as they run the man. We're going to see what they attack right now. False start from Leominster, so it's going to be about 3rd and 17 for this next play.
Unfortunate one to take there from the Blue Devils. Sets up 3rd and 17 now. And it looks like they will keep the same play. Lopez looking, Delgado caught. No, yes, caught.
Big catch right there by Delgado. That's what they were looking for on that first drive. They were trying to hit the post, backside. Big play right there by Delgado and Lopez. Connecting finally.
And that'll give him a new set of downs. Big again. And no. I don't really get that. Blue Devils want a flag. They will not get it. That was Delgado again, the intended receiver.
Going right back to him. That's the thing we're seeing. They're just going to keep feeding Delgado targets. It's just a matter of when they actually connect now.
Last few plays now, they've been isolating Delgado on the far side. Delgado will take a moment to get up from that one, and he'll come off with this play. So now Aaron Christopher isolated on the far side as they'll hand this one off.
Number 5, Cora with the carry.
Going back to that inside zone for Leominster just to make it 3rd and manageable as they take a peek at this going into the second quarter now.
And after one, 13-0 as the point after on the second touchdown was no good. 13-0 Wachusett Mountaineers over the Leominster Blue Devils. And we will step away for just a moment. Enjoy the sights and sounds of the game. Welcome back to the Howlane Field here in Holden at Wachusett Regional, where the Mountaineers hold a 13-0 lead over the Blue Devils. Cody Roy alongside Liam Curtin for the second quarter. We'll start with a 3rd and 8 for the Blue Devils. The Mountaineers 36. Big 3rd down here.
And Wachusett doubling Jadis Delgado here as they're going to try to make someone else beat them tonight.
Lopez quickly rolls left, pass through the hands of Zach Oliver. His first target of the game. 2 for 5, Osiris Lopez, the sophomore on the day. And this will set up 4th and 8. Once again, we're seeing both teams either get caught in no man's land or go all the way. And Blue Devils will keep the offense on the field for this.
So far, Leominster trying to attack the perimeter. I think right now we're seeing it. Wachusett is leaving that seam wide open. It's just a matter of getting it there.
And Blue Devils will use a timeout. Try to set something up. 4th and 8. 4th and very long 8 for the Blue Devils. As we look at Lopez, as I said, 2 for 5 so far on the day. And Dylan Harper, 9 for 11 so far. Great day for him.
And the biggest difference, Leominster's been going for those deep shots. Wachusett's been just hitting the short game, so Harper's completion percentage will be a lot higher than Lopez just because it's just completely different offensive styles. But I do think that's a good segue into what Leominster needs to try and get going is the short game. You're trying too much for that deep ball right now. We're about to see what they can come up with on this 4th and 8 right now.
4th and 8, Lopez has Hatch. His left, excuse me, that is Cora, and he'll find out the hands of Xavier Cora. It will be first down, Wachusett.
Just got to connect there. He would have had the first down, and again, just cold weather.
Very cold, as you've been saying, and Lopez takes a brief moment to himself before transitioning to defense.
This is going to be a very pivotal drive for Leominster right here. If you can stop Wachusett, just make sure that you can stop the bleeding a little bit as this game goes on. It's going to be a big key for them.
Hand off to Pompelli, and able to drive for about 6.
And that was a bit of a trap play right there from Wachusett. Pulling guard, and you're just going up the A gap. Just trying to attack those D linemen right now for Leominster.
Wachusett work it again through Pompelli. He is stuffed at the line.
And that's first contact right there by Nick Jeangrade. Big play right there from him. Filling the hole and making sure that you're stopping Popecki early in his tracks so he's not picking up the first down as we have a 3rd and short right here.
3rd and 4. Grayson in motion. And this handed off again. Pompelli, it'll power through for a first down to midfield.
And that's the very common sweep from Wachusett that they use every single year. They're just trying to get their running backs to be going against the outside linebackers and the cornerbacks who are not as great tacklers. And it works right there, converting.
Popecki again. A lot of jersey being grabbed there, and it'll be a gain of about 4.
Nate Hankins grabbing the jersey, and then we see the linebackers coming in and filling to make sure that you clean up the action there.
On the 48-yard line.
2nd and 7 past midfield.
And the 3 safety look from Leominster with only 3 down linemen so far.
First pass of the drive from Harper. Harper finds Popecki again, dodging 1 and still up, and unable to break a second as a pair will bring him down.
And that's Cora coming in to clean up the day, stopping him from getting the first down. Unfortunately, missed the tackle early. Just got to make those open field tackles. It's again just reading the hips and making sure you're putting your shoulder into their hip and their thigh, and then you're able to make the tackle.
Popecki has been the only ball carrier this drive for the Mountaineers. 3rd and 3, he's in the backfield once again. And they'll keep it with him again as he powers through the middle, just short, it'll be 4th down.
2 on the play.
4th and 1.
4th and 1 for the Mountaineers.
And last time we were in this situation, they kept it with the quarterback and it worked.
And it's looking like they're about to do exactly that as Harper comes off the field, and we will likely get the QB keeper.
Question is, who will be under center?
It'll be number 22, Logan Dennett. So looking like a Wildcat formation so far from them.
Dennett, the running back, and he is stuffed short. Blue Devils football.
Huge play right there from Jason Wilson, reading that it's the quarterback blast and just stopping him right away. Loss of about 1. Huge play right there from the Leominster defense, holding strong.
4-yard line.
And hopefully they can capitalize and make something off this momentum right here.
Could potentially be a huge shift in momentum as finally Blue Devils able to stop a 4th down from Wachusett again since the first drive of the game. And Osiris Lopez and his offense get to work. And this up the middle to midfield, and he'll be stood up.
And they're going to give him about a gain of 6. A little bit of some late pushes after, starting to get a little feisty. But that's what you expect out of a Leominster versus Wachusett game. These games are always hard fought. A lot of bad blood in between these teams.
Two Midland Wachusett teams who play each other year after year. And these stains run deep. 2nd and 4, midfield. Wachusett, the chant from the student section to our right. And this from Lopez is going to be incomplete. Ball came out.
And that was to Giovanni Morales. He had it. Cornerback and the safety came in, just barely chopped the hands, get the ball out. And now we're going to see a 3rd and manageable from the Leominster offense. About a 3rd and 4.
Could have been a bit of a lucky break if that pass was any later. That ball could have been loose on a fumble.
Could have been.
3rd and 4. And sweeping right. And this, Cora still going, still up, and it'll take 2 to bring him down.
That was a beautiful misdirection play right there from Leominster. Lopez making it seem like it's going to be the QB power to the right. Instead, Cora comes in, takes the handoff the other way, goes for about 10, 15 right there.
Big gain on 3rd down and a new set of downs. A 35 now for the Blue Devils.
And the wind is picking up right now, so throwing the ball may be tough, but we will see what Leominster is up to.
Wind has been picking up, blowing slightly left to right, but mostly away from your screen. 1st and 10, Lopez still up, and he'll throw that away. And they will say there was a receiver in the area through Giovanni Morales, no flag.
Pass is incomplete.
Yeah, if Morales isn't in that area, if he doesn't come back to the ball, there's a good chance that they're going to call the intentional grounding there, especially because he's in the pocket and it doesn't hit the line of scrimmage.
Great vision from Morales to see that play break down. 2nd and 10.
Great call right there by the officials, too.
7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. This Hatch keeping it himself just short of the 1st down, I believe.
22, Hatch with the carry.
3rd and 1.
We're seeing what's working right now from this Leominster offense, which is running on these early downs and then assessing the situation on 3rd down, seeing what you need to cook up.
And Hatch again, breaking through. 1st down, Leominster.
22, Hatch with the carry, enough for a 1st down. 1st and 10.
Going to be a pickup of 5 to make sure you get the new set of chains going right now. And that was a great cut by Hatch, too. He could have kept bouncing that out, but instead he makes the shallow cut. Gets the 1st down.
Nothing but runs on this drive as the Blue Devils push the red zone. This one, Lopez still with it, rolling right. Lopez looking deep, has 2 on him, slips away from both, and he will keep it himself, steps out of bounds for minimal gain.
And he definitely faked out the 2 pass rushers right there. They both thought he was either going to throw it. Instead, he takes a step back and then goes right forward with his momentum. Beautiful stutter step right there by Lopez, especially to pick up about 4 on that play.
He will pick up 4 on it. 2nd and 6, now from just inside the red zone.
We're going to get a quads look right here from Leominster, trying to stress the safety, doesn't know which side to pick.
Safeties will scramble, a quick pass to Cora. Room to run still, slips through. And that will be just on the goal line.
And that's a great play again right there from Leominster. Getting it to the flats where the linebackers, they have to run across the field. And the safety's helping over top, so there's no one there to cover him. That's what they've been looking for. Glad they finally connect on it. And we're going to have a 1st and goal from about the 1.
1st and goal from the 1. Lopez, 2 on him, rolling right. And the pass caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Leominster. Ryan Ricker, the receiver for the Blue Devils.
Great route right there, especially Lopez able to catch him. Just run in the back of the end zone trailing, and it's tough for the safeties and the cornerbacks and the linebackers to read that. So it's just an easy read for the quarterback to make. It's just a matter of making that. It's such a tough throw, especially on the run. Great play right there by Leominster offense.
And the Blue Devils offense finally puts them on the board. 5:36 in the second quarter. And the PAT up and good.
The extra point is good.
13-7, a one-possession game now, as the Mountaineers will get the football.
13-7, Wachusett.
When you make it a one-possession game, it's always positive right there, especially. I mean, just cutting the lead, making sure that Wachusett can't keep going and going and going. Instead, you answer back with your own, and hopefully you can now make something of this on defense, hopefully stop them early, get another drive going.
We look back to the beginning of this drive, a 9-play, 56 yards for a touchdown. And we look back to the beginning of that drive, and it starts with Blue Devils getting a big stop on 4th and short.
Absolutely, especially reading that there's the Wildcat and knowing that the kid's probably not going to be throwing the ball, so you know that you got to pack the box, and you stop him early.
And the kick up. Medium height line drive caught at the 10, still going past the 25 and brought down
Number 2, Dominic on
the 27.
It'll be first down, 1st and 10.
Great tackle right there by Patrick Kilduff Pereira.
Ben Dominic, the returner. 1st and 10 from the 28. 5.5 to go in the second quarter.
Beautiful coverage there, especially on that kick return. Return man had no idea where to go. He was contained on all sides, forced him to get tackled by Kilduff Pereira, making it pretty simple right here for the defense.
And this begins Wachusett's 5th drive, dropping back to pass. Sidearm throw complete to Blomqvist. And he'll get a few yards on that.
And again, Cora getting in there to stop him early, make sure that he can't pick up too much after the catch. That's the biggest thing so far we're seeing from these Wachusett receivers. Yak monsters, yards after the catch, making sure that you are getting in space and making one guy miss just to keep the chains moving.
Something you and I talked about in pregame is just the size of Wachusett as we're seeing a good run here, pushing through. That was Papecki, excuse me, nearly gets the first down, but the size of Wachusett, there are just some very large skill players on this team.
Absolutely, and it's crazy to think about it too, because you'd think you have these bigger bodies at receiver and tight end. Surprisingly, it's not so much about the jump balls that you would expect from this type of offense. It's all about getting your playmakers the ball and making sure that they can make plays with the ball once they break a tackle and all these types of things. And it's just not what you'd expect.
He's stuffed short here, 4th and inches. So we will wait to see what the Mountaineers will do in response.
And I see them bringing in Logan Dennett again, so we're going to see the Wildcat again as Harper comes off the field. Leominster with the return man deep, and it's Jadis Delgado. So Wachusett will be punting here, as they were in a similar situation last drive and got stuffed. And Delgado will be the return man.
Delgado to return, Ben Dominic to kick. First punt of the game from either team. Kick is up, a high kick to the 35. Difficult one to bring in, but he'll bring it in traffic.
After the punt, it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Leominster from their own 30.
Great job tracking the ball, especially on those types of punts where you can't exactly tell the motion of where the ball is going with the wind. And Delgado gets it, fields it cleanly, and we're going to see the Leominster offense again here.
Blue Devils defense, once again, a very good drive. And rolling right is Osiris Lopez. pass incomplete
Passing comes to number
to
16,
Chinese Delgado.
Just a little high for Delgado right there, running the whip route. He's there, it's just a matter of getting the throw out there. It's a tough throw to make from Lopez. Just gotta make it. Hopefully you can just pick up a couple yards.
Sets up a 2nd and 10. 3 and change to go in this half. Wheels right, hands it off to Cora, who will be
Number 5,
stuffed for a
Cora.
loss.
With the carry,
And
loss
Leominster
on the
going back
play.
to the well from earlier where Cora got that 15-yard pickup on 3rd down. It's the exact
Loss of
same
3
play as
will be
earlier. Fortunately, it just
3rd down,
doesn't
3rd and long.
result in the same positive way.
And we are going to start to see more of the run as it does continue to cool off here in Holden. We are at the top of the hill.
And you see ISO with Delgado. They're looking to test him a little bit.
And Lopez will keep this one himself, sliding down just about the 44, 43, they'll spot it.
Just short, going to be about a 4th and 2 right
11
here.
yards on the play. It'll be 4th down, 4th and 2 for Leominster.
4th and 2.
4th and 2 from their own 43-yard line.
And Leominster right on the ball, quick tempo right here.
Lopez offense stays on the field.
And isolating Delgado, trying to get the easy 5 right here. Wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to it or they hit that quick flat route on the opposite side to the trips.
And the Wachusett line holding steady here. And a timeout, Blue Devils.
Timeout on
They'll
the
reassess
field.
this one.
Timeout.
And I think they were just trying to get him to
Leominster.
jump off sides. It's a good chance that we see the punt team right here.
Fans, now's the time to buy
It's a
tonight's
very
50-50
good idea for the
raffle
Blue
tickets
Devils to try to get them to
from
jump
the
there.
Mountain View cheerleaders
It
circulating
won't
throughout
work,
the
and as you
stands.
said, I do believe we're probably going to see the punt unit here.
Support your Wachusett cheerleaders and take a
That was
chance
an
on tonight's
interesting
50-50
sort of
raffle.
situation because usually when you're trying to just take time off and see if you can get the defense to jump, you only saw it like one attempt right there from Lopez. I understand you don't want your guys to jump, but if the decision's already been made where you're going to punt, which it looks like they're about to do right here, you just gotta make those extra calls of just trying to get the defense to jump off and just keep doing it. Try to ice them at all. Get any free yards would be amazing.
And they will punt through Jaden Jenkins. Switching it up, it was Osiris Lopez last week. Some motion from the Blue Devils. And snap, and that is high and straight. That'll bounce to the 18, picked up. Papecki brought down at the 27. Excuse me, that'll be the 32. They're gonna spot that.
And we see the return of Jaden Jenkins at punter
First and 10 Mountaineers.
is the biggest change already in special teams. You're able to flip that field, make it harder for this Wachusett offense to work,
17, 27
make them travel further. Already hitting on that first key of the game that we were mentioning earlier today.
I was just about to say that is now, it'll be at the 27 as the Mountaineers will go into a 2-minute drill. This pass easily caught by Dominic, still out, brought out of bounds at the 31 to stop the clock with a minute 39.
And again, Wachusett just testing these DBs
2nd down.
from Leominster, just trying to see if they can make tackles early, you'll stop the plays earlier. Unfortunately, breaks the tackle of Aaron Christopher right there, but luckily it's not too big of a gain.
Leominster will get the football in the second half. So an important defensive drive here as that pass caught up the middle. And that is Dominic again.
That's a
First
big,
down at the 45.
that's a big tackle right there by Giovanni Morales, coming in, cleaning the action up, going for the legs.
First down, 1st and 10 Mountaineers.
Just what you like to
From
see
the
from a
Leominster
DB,
45
especially
yard
when
line.
you're trying to stop the huge play from eventually coming.
And he's tackled inbounds. This will keep the clock running, rolling right. And out of bounds, that'll stop the clock.
Just barely misses the out route right there. Great coverage, especially putting some pressure on Baker so that way you can't let him break tackles coming out. As you mentioned earlier, he's a very, very big individual at 6'7", 240. It usually takes 3 people to tackle him. So just great idea to keep the flat right there in front of him, make sure that he can't get the ball in the first place, make somebody else beat you.
So that has been their offense all season, just to work through Grayson Baker. Not able to do that as much today. As a pump fake, looked like they wanted to go to him. Papecki on the near side. He's got one tackle brought down finally by who else but Xavier Cora.
And that's the big thing we're seeing from Wachusett. Biggest takeaway so far, Wachusett loves to have their very inside slot guy have an out route on these trips actions. And then the running back will go to the flat. And then your ISO receiver, he just clears out. And you're just looking to see if there's anybody in that flat. It's what Wachusett's been doing all game. It's just a matter of trying to come up with a game plan that's going to limit it comes the second half here.
Indeed, been a lot of good movement from the Mountaineers. Harper 2 for 3 on this drive. As they call a timeout with 1:09 to go. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they have one more as well.
Indeed they do.
1st and 10, clean set of downs from the Blue Devils 43.
And we're gonna see Wachusett try to up the tempo a little bit. And Leominster paying a little bit more respect to Grayson Baker with a safety over the top and a linebacker on him.
And that pass out the middle caught for what will be a new set of downs. Dominic again, the only target on this drive. No huddle, we're gonna do it quick. And they will clock that with 58 to go.
And there, Wachusett doing a little bit different, attacking that intermediate middle of the field on these like curl routes and sit routes. So it's just a matter of your linebackers dropping a little bit further back if you want to stop that. And we're going to see what they do here.
Blue Devils at the Blue Devils 31. Big pass here is caught in the end zone. Ethan Blomquist. Going 3 for 4 on that drive, and that is a big touchdown for them. Make it a 2-possession game again.
And again, the big play is really hurting this Leominster defense right now. You hate to see it, especially because your defense have been working so hard the past couple drives, and now just a great play right there by Ethan Blomquist.
Confetti from the student section floating into the field now. I believe the wind is shifting to the north, so kicking with the wind here. Something to watch for the second half. Snap is low and up, and that kick, line drive, hits the upright, no good.
Nice little doink right there.
Your score 19-7, Wachusett.
And with that second missed PAT of the game for Wachusett, a 19-7 your score. Sets up a 2-possession game. Leominster just under a minute to maybe try and get a quick one here.
Should be interesting. You're gonna run that quick tempo offense. You're trying to hit the outside of the field especially. It's just a matter of that first couple plays. If you can get some momentum early, then you can for sure get the drive going, potentially get 3, just to put some points on the board to hopefully flip the score after the second half.
Juan Miranda, the lone gentleman back for the Blue Devils. And this, Jack Hecker to kick. Kick up, low line drive, squib. Bouncing, Miranda able to control it. Controls it at the goal line, past the 15. brought down before the 20, and it'll be a lot of field to work with for the Blue Devils with 44 seconds to go.
It'll be first down, first and 10, Leominster.
And Wachusett trying to strip the ball from Miranda right there. Unsuccessful for them. Great job holding on the ball for Miranda right there. Huge play.
Blue Devils start at their own 18. That drive, 7 plays for 73 yards and a touchdown. And a quick pass, intercepted! And that is gonna go for a touchdown, the interception. Ethan Blomqvist again, flag on the play.
And that's likely gonna be an unsportsmanlike conduct, but unfortunately, Lopez looking for Delgado. The communication wasn't there, telegraphed it a little bit too much, and Blomqvist making the play right there, reading on the ball, breaking before the receiver, and it's an easy house call for him.
Delgado is Lopez's favorite target, and they have had some communication issues over the last few weeks, seeing that here again.
Trying to hit the comeback route a little too early. Unfortunately, that's so tough, especially for the offense. I mean, you're waiting for the anticipation. Unfortunately, you were just showing it a little too early, and now Wachusett with 2 quick scores within a minute.
25-7 your score. And there was an unsportsmanlike conduct, excessive celebration on Ethan Blomqvist. That will make this a very long point after here, as Blue Devils will take a timeout.
Timeout on the field, timeout.
38 seconds to go, Blue Devils' final timeout of the half.
Leominster, 15-yard penalty is assessed on this extra point.
And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Wachusett's gonna go for 2 here. After your kickers missed the last 2 PATs, pushing them out further. Maybe not the move. So you're gonna try and see if you can hit a jump ball again as you scored on the last time you threw it. So gonna be interesting to see right here from the Wachusett offense.
Plenty of targets to choose from, not just Grayson Baker, the senior receiver tight end.
Absolutely, I mean, you've seen the ball spread around a lot. Blomqvist, Cam McGravy, you have Popecki especially, Ben Dominic, and obviously Grayson Baker, but this Wachusett offense is not short of playmakers in the skill positions, for sure.
This one spotted at the 17, and they will go for it.
And they're looking to ISO Grayson Baker right here.
And they'll go to him, and he will go out of his hands. No good.
Great coverage right there by Aaron Christopher as they go to test him again this time.
Interception and touchdown, carry number 17.
Able to stop it to make sure that they can't put the extra 2 points on the board.
Your score,
You got 38 seconds left to hopefully make some magic happen. We'll see what is decided here. It's going to rely on either a big return from Leominster or just a big play early. See if you can make any magic.
Blue Devils have not been afraid of the deep ball. Hasn't always worked in their favor. But with 38 seconds to go, not a whole lot of options otherwise.
And we're going to see them probably go right back to Jadis Delgado, as he's been their big play receiver so far. I mean, earlier you did have Ryan Ricker on the corner play on the first drive of the game. So possibly go back to that well if you're Leominster.
Line drive kick fielded by Juan Miranda. Past the 25. Rolling right and still going out of bounds. Just short of the 35.
And a late hit right there from Wachusett, number 1, Mitchell Donkor. Officials will not call it, thankfully, for him.
First and 10,
no flag on that.
33-yard line.
Ball on the Blue Devils 33. A lot of field to work with.
And Leominster looking to isolate Jadis Delgado here. As Wachusett has to call a timeout because had too many men on the fields. People trying to rush off. Almost got a free 5 right there from Leominster.
12 on, Blue Devils couldn't snap it fast enough. Final timeout of the half for the Mountaineers. Up 25-7. Blue Devils will get the ball to start the second half. But some more points here would go a long way.
Absolutely. I mean, anything you can do here is positive. It's just a matter of what you do. Honestly, you just have to attack the perimeter of the fields. But Wachusett has been leaving the middle open on these seams in between the hashes as they've been running a cover 1 man look where the safety will shade over. Just a matter of what Leominster does to attack it.
Lopez gets to work from the right hash mark. Hand it off. And Cora out of bounds. Picked up a few.
Number 5, Cora with the carry.
A good first start. You got 23 seconds, so if you want to get any points on the board here, you got to push it down the field a little bit more. I think we're going to see that right here from Leominster on the 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, gain of 1. They'll hand it off again to Cora. Looking left and still up. Flag on the play. Spotted right on the first down line.
And they're going to call a holding on the defense here.
Defensive holding. That call came out very quickly. Blue Devils will get some extra yards.
That was just one of the Wachusett linebackers just grabbing a little too hard on one of the linemen. So luckily you're going to get a free 10 right here. Put you on the Wachusett side of the field. Getting a chance right now from Leominster. At least get it in field goal territory.
First and 10 Leominster in Wachusett territory.
Big Grayson Baker steps on, defensive end. 1st and 10, dropping back and being chased back still, rolls left now, has another one on him, and he'll keep this one himself. He'll have a first down and more, still going to the 10. Rolling, out of time now. It's got to be in the end zone here. Crossing the 10 again, 5, and into the end zone. Osiris Lopez, corner to corner, 41 yards to the house. Big touchdown for the Blue Devils, 25-13.
Huge play right there by Lopez.
Number 3.
Nothing's been going right, so he just calls it on himself, making magic right there, getting the touchdown, getting points on the board. Absolutely electric.
And that play might be the opener to his highlight reel.
For sure. I definitely would if I was him.
Let's go for the point after now. Snap is good, blocker nearly in. And that is right down the middle. 25-14 your score at the half. Blue Devils trailing the Wachusett Mountaineers. And Liam Curtin, your thoughts on the half?
I mean, it started out, that last minute was rough up until Osiris Lopez has that great play, using his ability to extend the play, get out of some sacks, and just make magic, getting blocking down the field from his receivers, and then switching the field where the defense isn't. Great play right there. But the biggest thing so far, I mean, we are seeing from this Wachusett offense is that they have a lot of playmakers on this offense, and it's tough to stop all of them. We're seeing Leominster put some attention to Grayson Baker, and they've been successful on that front, but unfortunately you haven't been successful on containing everybody else on this Wachusett offense.
That is the issue, is singling out one person. You're going to leave someone else open.
Absolutely, and so putting a lot of trust in these guys. We're going to see what Leominster does in the second half. Hopefully flip the switch.
As we will step away for a few minutes here from Doyle Field. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up. 25-14, Mountaineers over the Blue Devils. Back in a flash.
All fans off the field to play, please. All fans off the field during halftime. Thank you.
Welcome back to Hal Lane Field here in Holden. Leominster football down 25-14 against the Wachusett Regional Mountaineers. Midland Wachusett League action opener for both these teams. Leominster to get the football to start after a real potential momentum shifter right at the end of the half. Osiris Lopez, 40+ yards to the house on a scramble, going from one sideline to the other.
Just beautiful work right there by him. Taking it upon his own shoulders and making magic for this Leominster offense, and we're about to see him on the field twice in a row now.
Cody Roy joining the one side. Liam Curtin as we get things set to go. Low rolling kick. Miranda will pick it up, and he's still going. This is Xavier Cora actually taking it past the 40. Great return from him, breaking several tackles along the way.
It'll be first down, 1st and 10 Leominster as we start the second half.
And through this game, we've seen 3 different return men from Leominster.
3-yard line.
Seems to be the thing they're still searching to find is the true kick returner, but hey, so far Cora, every time he's touched the ball, it's gone far. It's just a matter of holding on to it. Luckily, he's able to hold on to it this time. And we're about to see the electric Osiris Lopez back on offense.
Cora and Miranda, both juniors. Multiple options for them next year, as well as it'll be Cora here fighting for every yard, gaining 4.
Gain of 3 on the play, second down.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Pushing midfield, the Blue Devils, the 46. And the snap. It'll be Cora again, looking left, short field, it'll go out of bounds.
Number 5, Xavier Cora.
And now we're seeing Leominster starting off with 2 runs as opposed to the past where it's been usually starting off with getting the ball out quick. We're seeing Cora just testing him against these outside linebackers and corners. See if he can use his ability to not be brought down easily.
3rd and 5 on a chilly, windy night. And as it does continue to get colder, you're going to see a lot more rushes in this half as they'll drop back to pass here. Lopez. And he will keep this one himself once again. First down still going. Past the Mountaineers 40 to the 39.
And we're seeing Lopez be very mature in the pocket. He steps up when he needs to. He scrambles. He extends plays. He's just so good at improv in the pocket and being able to know when to scramble and how to use his legs, especially by evading tacklers. It's truly beautiful to watch at the high school level. You don't see it too often.
Lopez will hand this one off to Hatch, who will be stuck behind the line. That last run from Lopez, 18 yards.
And that's Mitchell Donkor, just a heat-seeking missile from that linebacker spot right there. Huge tackle right there and blows up the run immediately.
Tackles for a loss, 2nd and 13, Mountaineers 43. Has Hatch back again. And play action, rolling left, big pass. This nearly caught out of the hands of Ryan Ricker. Blue Devils want a flag, they won't get it.
Incomplete.
Definitely looked like he was there early. Probably got away with one, but can't go searching for those calls. And Devin Gates is going to get flagged. It's looking like came off the field, and
flag on the field.
We're going to get a sideline warning, actually.
Yes, looks like both sidelines will get a warning here. This will be 3rd and 13 shown on the scoreboard, 10.5 in the quarter.
And Leominster are going to put trips to the short side here. Likely going to be a flood concept going the other way.
And Lopez escapes, and he'll keep this one himself, breaking past 1 to the 33, roughly. Good keeper from him again as we're seeing him take things over.
Another thing that was very interesting there, so we had the trips to the near side, but again, Leominster keeping that ISO to the far side. The one thing that was interesting there from Wachusett, they doubled the receiver as if he was a gunner on a punt. If that's going to be how they combat it, you basically have to knock that receiver out. The only way he's going to win is off the press and deep. Anything else, it's likely going to be a wash anytime you have him. And we're seeing it right now with Delgado on this near side.
Delgado double teamed on the near side, pump fake. Rolling right, and the pass. Intercepted, flag on the play. Wachusett at present have the ball. Whistles and motions coming in quickly.
We're going to have to wait and see what the call is. It's in the defensive backfield, so I wouldn't be too shocked if the offense stays out there.
Holding on Wachusett.
Holding penalty against the Mountaineers.
And a nice break for the offense. You throw a pick, but all for naught. Ends up being a first down. Going to get a new set of chains here for the offense.
Lucky break for the Blue Devils as the drive will continue.
And another thing, just a spotlight here really quick. Jaden Jenkins in at receiver now on the far side. He's a big body receiver along with Delgado.
This one a handoff to Cora. Looking left and still going, has first down. Another flag on this one.
Number 5, Cora with the carry. Flag on the
I
play.
believe there was a little bit of a scrum off the play. Mitchell Doncore for Wachusett was on the net, but this will be a holding on Leominster. And they'll replay.
Holding against Leominster.
That'll explain some of the created space.
It'll be interesting to see where they call it from here. So it's going to be a 1st and 9, actually. One of the very rare times you see that, but
Holding does go to the spot of the foul. Will be again 1st and 9 from the 23. Pressing up against the red zone now of the Blue Devils.
and Leominster isoing Jadis Delgado here.
And they'll hand it off to Cora, still going.
Number 5, Cora with
He'll be
the
spotted.
Enough for a first
Down
down.
for first down, new
and
set of
10
chains.
Leominster.
Cora running tough. It's one thing you can count on from him. He's going to break tackles. He's going to be very tough to bring down, especially between the tackles.
No huddle, Cora again up the middle. And he's still up, actually.
Number 5,
Looked like it would
Cora
have been a
with the ball
minimal
carrier.
gain, but able to get a few yards on that.
And it's going to be about a 1st and 4 from the 6.
Gain of
Maybe-
6, second down.
I'm sorry, 2nd and 4 from the 6. Maybe the 7.
Right around there. We've got a 2nd and 4. Lopez still has it. Rolls right, now goes left. Looks back to pass, caught, and dropped. Incomplete. Intended receiver on that, Dominic Swain.
Incomplete.
And they'll say incomplete. Ball retention continues to be an issue for the Blue Devils.
I've mentioned it a lot this game, but it's cold. The ball is so hard to hold on to in these tough games. Your hand is slower to react, so anytime you get the ball punched, it's going to take a little bit longer of a delay, which causes these fumbles to happen so often. We're going to see trips right here from Leominster, looking to get an ISO opportunity on the far side.
And that will be the target, and a fantastic catch out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete.
Jaden Jenkins right there.
Jenkins.
Jenkins didn't like the call.
Incomplete. Will be
4th and
down,
4
4th
from
and
the
4
6.
For Leominster.
Just barely out.
Blue Devils keeping their personnel. Devin Gates with a decision to make here, and he'll finally call on the field goal unit.
And that's the thing here. You're down by 11. You get the field goal. You're only down by 8, keeping it that one score. So you don't have to go for it. which is why the Devils are not. We're about to see Daniel Thompson.
Still not even midway through the third. Kick is up high enough, and it is good.
The field goal is good.
25-17, 8:20 to go in the third.
Beautiful kick right
8
there.
minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the
Cutting the
third.
lead to 8.
Your score, 25-17.
Now, once again, a one-possession game.
Great
Mountaineers
response.
with the ball.
Great response right there by the Leominster offense. Getting points on the board, keeping it a one-score game. And you had a 13-play drive that ended in a field goal attempt. And it went for about 50 yards, maybe 51.
13 plays, one of the longest drives of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely was. Keeping your defense off, giving them some extra time to rest, especially with the halftime and the fact that you were on offense to end the first half.
On the other side now, equally rested Mountaineers offense. We'll get to work after this kickoff line drive.
And we're going to see the run game get a lot more traction in the second half here than it was in the first
And
half.
still going, Ben Dominic, one to beat. And he will be finally corralled out of bounds past midfield. Great return from Ben Dominic, the wide receiver
49
senior.
yards on the return.
And he got swung out by Daniel Thompson, the kicker. Great play right there from him, making sure that he was the last man to beat.
1 yard
If
line.
he gets beat, Ben Dominic is likely going to be celebrating in the end zone as we speak, but instead we're going to see the Leominster defense here in their 3-3 look with a nickel corner in.
First time in what feels like quite a while. Dylan Harper, the line drive. Caught.
Pass complete to number 17, Blomquist.
Ethan Blomquist, 2 touchdowns on the day, including a pick 6.
That was just outside the arms of
Gain of
Juan
4,
Roman
second
Cruz.
down.
He almost tipped it. Would have been a big play right there from the Leominster defense if you can make it, but just nice to see that they do have a game plan for these sort of these sit routes and this intermediate game from Wachusett. It's just a matter of actually going through with it. And Wachusett's going to flip the field entirely. Trips to the near side.
And suddenly shaping to be a short drive. So they brought down for a gain of a few.
Number 28, Kopecki with the carry.
Kopecki.
No
Wouldn't
gain.
you know it, Xavier Cora coming in, he realizes that every time they motion Blomquist in, he's going to be that lead blocker to seal, so that way you get your lineman able to attack the linebackers early. Cora just a little too fast for the Wachusett lineman, and he's able to cause some mayhem on that defense and get in the backfield.
3rd down and 6. Kopecki flanks Dylan Harper. Harper will keep this one himself. Quick pass to Kopecki, out of his hands, incomplete.
Pass intended for 28, Kopecki.
And again, you're in no man's land where it's a tough punt, but it's looking like they're going to do exactly that.
37-yard line.
Do our 4th and 6 personnel change. This is Osiris Lopez back now.
He is probably the shiftiest person they have on this team with the ball in his hands. I mean, we saw it with that touchdown. Beautiful play. He's able to make guys miss. Why not try and put him back there? I mean, you want your best players to have the ball in their hands as often as possible.
And this punt will not be fieldable, lands out of bounds. Spotted at the 20. Equivalent to a touchback, and Blue Devils offense get to work.
From their own.
And that was a nice,
20-yard
quick drive right there from Wachusett. They weren't able to gain any traction off the big return right there. Leominster defense holding strong. Just a great series right there from them.
Good defensive work from Blue Devils again. Has been a strong suit for them really all year. They've had some good drives as Lopez gets to work. Rolling left. Still with it. Able to get it off before he's brought down Well out of
Incomplete,
bounds and
second down.
overthrown, incomplete.
And that was just a great ability to get the ball out, refrain from getting sacked, losing yards. Now instead of it being 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16, now you're going to have 2nd and 10. Changes the play calling here on this.
Indeed it does. Lopez, we talked about his maturity earlier in the half. Only a sophomore, so still 2 years to go as he'll hand this one off to Cora. Cora left, still going. Brought out of bounds, just short of the first down.
And that is a lovely run, especially to finish it. Absolutely bowls over the corner there for Wachusett, and that's number 7, James Mburu. Just what you like to see, nice, tough running backs who are not afraid of contact at all. Cora is that exact type.
3rd and inches, Cora gets it again, and he's stuffed. Sets up a 4th and 2 now. Blue Devils with a decision to make. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
4th down.
Punt team was about to come on, but it's looking like he's going to keep the offense out there, pick up the 1 yard. Definitely got to freeze the defense here, see if they can jump off sides, get the free first down. It's the first thing you're doing if you're Leominster.
And very nearly there, a lot of play clock to work with, and he'll snap it. Still with time, big pass here, has 2 down there, and a flag on the play. Intended receiver.
Ryan Ricker.
It's Ryan Ricker.
Incomplete, flag on the play.
Huge play right there. Going to be PI. Blomquist was just a little too early for the pass.
Ricker comes off, he's banged up on that.
And it's only going to be a 15-yard penalty. Usually you see those as a spot foul. Luckily in high school, it doesn't take you that entire distance. So usually on plays like that where you get beat, just holding the receiver or something, it's not as impactful as letting them get the big gain.
15 yards and a new set of downs to the Blue Devils. Lopez keeps this one himself, rolls right, and out of bounds.
And he just had pressure there early, so he just tried to get it out. Just make sure you can avoid the sack again.
Delgado was in the area. 2nd and 10.
And we're seeing a lot of the 2-back system now from Leominster as it gets colder. The wind has died down a little bit, but you are trying to attack that D-line as Wachusett only has 3 down linemen.
Cora and Hatch both back there. This one, Cora still running. Finally brought down by 2 Mountaineers.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, 1st and 10. Leominster.
1st and 10, gain of 11 on the play. And pass midfield to the 45.
That's a great seal block right there from Anthony Mastroberti, making sure that Cora doesn't get tackled behind the line. He makes sure that he chips the D end enough. Great work.
Cora again breaks through the line of scrimmage. He'll get a yard.
And Cora runs right into Tony Kendall, the big offensive lineman for Leominster.
Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down, 2nd and 9.
Got blown up by the D lineman right there for Wachusett, and that was number 56, Blaze Citizen.
Second and 9. Flag on the play.
And we're getting another sideline warning. It's the 2nd one of the game. 1 for each side. Going to be important going down as the tempers tend to flare in these closer games.
Closer games between 2 teams that play every year and quite simply are not fans of each other.
Absolutely. I was never a fan of Wachusett, I'll tell you that.
And Hatch still going here. Brought out of bounds at the 25.
Number 22, Hatch with the carry.
Big gain there, 15.
We're seeing it from Leominster. They're starting to get physical. That's just how you have to go at it, especially with Wachusett. They don't have enough bodies in the front to really stop this run yet. They're still sticking with the 3-4. It's an interesting look, especially with the fact that they've just been attacking the C gap and the B gap for the offense.
Only one back for Wachusett, and Lopez gonna throw this one. Has a man and room to run. Touchdown, Leominster.
Dominic Swain.
Dominic Swain once again.
Taking it the distance, caught it about 2 yards past and goes all the way. Great blocking there from the receivers. We saw Juan Miranda there lead a block as well. Great stuff from the offense, and they're likely going to go for 2 to tie this one up right here.
Leominster right back in this one, down 2, 25-23. And Lopez is still on the field. I believe that is what we're going to see here. Blue Devils going for 2. Hatch in the backfield.
And you've been seeing the run working so much on this drive. I'm intrigued to see what they call for a play right here with the 2 backs.
Cora on the left, Hatch on the right. It will be neither of them. Lopez is going to throw this, and there's nobody in front of him. He keeps it himself, and it's good. Tied game, 25-25. And suddenly, this is a new ball game with 4:16 to go in the third quarter.
4:16 remains in the third quarter. We are tied at 25.
Lady momentum is on the side of the Blue Devils at the moment. You can see a lot of defeated looks from this Wachusett team. A lot of people with their head in their hands coming off the fields. It's looking a lot different this second half.
It is all Leominster this half so far. As suddenly, this is looking like a very new ball game.
Absolutely, and it all starts with the run here in that last series. The run worked almost perfectly that entire drive. You're able to set up these play actions. It's just beautiful work right here from the offensive line and your backs. And Lopez making plays, Dominic Swain taking one to the crib. Good stuff so far from the Leominster offense.
And the 2-back set from Leominster as well, working very well. Something we might be seeing more of in the future as this kickoff high and straight. And, ooh, taken down with a big hit. That was Cam McGarvey, if I'm not mistaken.
Big tackle right there by Edgardo Santiago. Just absolutely lit up the return, man.
35.
Another momentum shifter.
There makes it to the 35, does McGarvey. Good field position for the Mountaineers as Dylan Harper gets to work.
And we're going to see the 3-3 look from Leominster with trips coming out for Wachusett.
Popecki short of the first down, just barely.
And we see Mimi Elias and Keegan Amarasing meeting at Popecki, holding him short of the first down. And Wachusett coming right back with the trips look.
Gain of 9. Popecki again, and he's stuffed. No
That's
gain.
1 back power right there from Wachusett. You're seeing the guard pull, and they're looking to kick out the lineman. Luckily, you got some great players up front, especially with Antoine Lino Diego. And you also are seeing, if I'm not mistaken, Nate Hankins as well, number 59. Just great work so far from this defensive line for Leominster.
Hankins indeed on the left side. A lot of pressure there, and that one's tipped by Cora. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Huge play right there. I mean, he's not able to get to the quarterback in Harper, but he puts his hands up, making it a tougher look for the screen pass right there. Just beautiful work.
4th and 1, and that is a 3 and out. Blue Devils with all the momentum right now on both sides of the ball.
And we'll see if Wachusett punts it or goes for it here.
It did have a personnel change. Could be a wildcat. It will not be.
It will be the punt, but I wouldn't be too shocked for a fake right here.
This is Ben Dominic, the punter. Miranda back for the Blue Devils. As this will kick high and deep. Bouncing, and he will not field that. It will roll to the 21 and be stopped dead.
After the punt, it's first down, 1st and 10, Leominster from their own 20.
And we've come back from halftime, and like you said, Cody, it's been all Leominster this half. I don't know if Wachusett has gotten a first down at all this half on offense.
That last drive, they certainly didn't. 3 and out.
Definitely not. And we're just seeing the evolution of Leominster right now, turn into a more physical team as the weather gets colder. As that was Wachusett's second 3 and out on this half.
And this Cora, after the big block on 3rd down, gains a few yards. 2:50 and counting to go. Tied ball game at 25.
Gonna pick up 5 right there. That's the other thing too. We saw in the first half, Leominster was trying to get the inside zone working. This time they're getting the outside flowing a little bit better. The blocking on the tackle and the tight end side, it's been very effective so far this game.
Adjustments for Coach Gate at 7. Very good. His Cora again stuck to the line. Set up a 3rd and mid.
And it's looking like Cora is down. Grabbing his leg, probably a cramp right now.
I believe that is exactly what it is, being worked on by the trainers, stretching his leg.
Stretching out that hamstring. When the weather gets cold, speed goes down and your hamstrings are overworked a lot. Cramps are very common.
I can, even from up here and where we're standing, I can feel it. My hands are starting to get a bit numb.
Absolutely. I mean, we're outside here. I mean, we're feeling this weather just as much as anybody else. I am shocked to see how many students there are in this Wachusett section that have no shirts on. It's honestly, hats off to you. Don't know how you're doing it. I'm trying to stay bundled up, Cody. I know you're trying to do the same.
Very packed house, but also noticeably quieter this half than it was in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not hearing the overrated chants that we were hearing in the first half about Osiris Lopez. He's definitely answered those chants, and we're seeing a whole new Leominster offense, Leominster defense. Everybody's getting to work, and it's working well.
We're actually a pair of injuries. Wachusett had a player down as well. Blaze Citizen, knee lineman, comes off the field on his own power. Cora still being worked on.
I think this might be smart by Cora, just trying to get some catch a breath right here, as well as getting his hammy worked a little bit on the field.
Blue Devils faithful with bated breath. One of the primary ball carriers for the Blue Devils. On both sides of the ball.
Seems like everybody is stretching. Even on Wachusett, we're seeing the corners right now. That was number 7, James Mburu, stretching out his hammy. Cora reminded him to do that right there. We're getting the trainers looking right now. Cora's about to get up, thankfully.
Up and walking under his own power, always good to see.
And he jogs off, so it's looking like it was just a cramp. It wasn't anything serious.
Very good sign for Leominster. 3rd and 5 as we restart play. 2:10 to go in the quarter. We are tied at 25.
We're going to get Chris Hatch at running back now instead of Cora.
Hatch will be the primary ball carrier. We've not seen a lot of passing this half.
Leominster with the offset tight end to the near side. Motioning Delgado in.
And Lopez will pass this one. Rolling right with a lot of people on him. And comes back, able to get a good blocker in. Still a lot of pressure on him. Flag on the play. And it caught by Jadis Delgado. Brought down at the 40 with a big tackle.
And we're about to see what the flag was. Juan Miranda with a big play right there, but
flag on the play.
Let's find out right here.
Juan Miranda had a a lot of space. Flag is down at the Blue Devils 36. Right in the middle of the play, could be anything.
Leominster clapping, so it's looking like it's going to be on them. We're about to see. I think they're going to decline it, and they will.
Declined holding on Wachusett. Blue Devils get a big gain through Jadis Delgado. 1st and 10.
And again, this is Lopez being Lopez. He's extending the play, giving enough time for his receivers to break free. We see that from Miranda as they run the mesh concepts with Delgado and him. And eventually he gets open. Wachusett loses him. Huge pickup right there from the offense.
Patch the single back, and they'll hand it to him. Middle left. And he is stood up for a gain of 4.
Number 22, Hatch with the carry.
Everybody's starting to get slow to get up now.
It is getting cold and raw out here in Holden.
For sure, and we're seeing some people running away from the weather.
Up the hill, very interesting field here in Holden, kind of at the bottom of a valley, while also at the top of a hill. Lopez will keep this one himself. Rolling left, the pass, caught.
Dominic Swain, big play.
Big play.
Huge play from him right there. I mean, again, he's turning into an after-the-catch beast. I mean, he had the touchdown on the last drive that helped them tie it up. As he comes out now.
1st and 10.
Huge play again from Lopez. He's got like 3 people right in his face. Off-balance throw off the back foot, hits Dominic Swain right in stride, getting him able to go up the field and get a ton of more yards after the catch.
And Hatch again up the middle. Gets a few, he's inside the 10 now. That ball snapped from the 12, 1st and 10. As time will run out here on the 3rd quarter. 2 seconds and 1. We are tied at 25, a 1-quarter ball game here at Howlane Field in Holden
Tied at 25.
on LTV.
And we're headed into the 4th quarter. Basically 0-0. Leominster knocking on the door in the red zone. Going to be a huge start to this 4th quarter right here. That's going to set the tone for the rest of the game.
Would be Leominster's first lead since the win at Westford Academy 2 weeks ago.
Fans
Suddenly,
signing up the winner of tonight's
very
50-50
interesting game
raffle.
here in
Pull out
Holden.
those tickets.
That's the thing we've seen
And
a
thank
lot
you for your
of so far
support.
this season. Leominster
And the
is a
Mountaineer
second half
cheerleaders.
team. They seem to know
So pull out those
how
tickets,
to
we're looking
adjust.
for a red ticket.
It's just a matter of not falling too far behind and make those successful
5,
adjustments.
2, 6,
7
7.
plays so far, 72-yard drive. Averaging 10 yards a play, the Blue Devils are. And a great drive.
6, 7. Come on up to the
They are
press
spotted
box
at the
to claim
7-yard
prize.
line, 2nd and 5. They will switch sides of the field now, attacking the north end zone. Wind to their back.
And I think the key so far for this 4th quarter for Leominster, just continue to do what you've been doing. You run the ball early, and then you set up the play action with Lopez where he can scramble, he can move, he can feel comfortable in just moving around, letting it be freestyle type play. And it's been working. You just got to keep doing that. Wachusett has yet to contain him.
Lopez rolls right. And
Pass
he
intended for number 12, Miranda.
had Juan Miranda on
Incomplete.
the right side. Incomplete. 3rd and 5 from the 7.
And he was open. It was just a slight overthrow right there from Lopez. Had 2 people off the edge right there. Right in his face. He had to step up, make a bit of an awkward throw. Sets up a crucial 3rd and 5 right here.
3rd and 5. Penalty still a few yards for a new set of downs for the Blue Devils. Snapped, and Lopez still with it on the play action. Caught in the end zone, touchdown! Leominster.
Touchdown,
Dominic
Leominster.
Swain once again for the Blue Devils, his 2nd of the game. And the Blue Devils now have their
Touchdown,
first
Blue
lead
Devils.
of the day, 31-25 in a high-scoring affair.
And Wachusett looks defeated as they sit here in the end zone. Complete change of the game right here. Last 2 touchdowns, Lopez buying time, finding Swain. It's been the key connection so far of the game. And that was going to be waiting for Daniel Thompson to kick it right here.
Thompson's kick is good. 32-25, 7-point lead for the Blue Devils.
Your score, 32-25, Leominster.
And that's going to be a 9-play drive for about 79 yards right there from the Leominster offense, resulting in a touchdown.
We're still looking for a winner for tonight's 50-50 raffle.
It's a huge drive right there.
Red ticket, number 945.
Big drive, potential season-changing drive for the Blue Devils as we enter
7.
League play this
Again, ticket number 945-5267. Congratulations.
Absolutely. I mean, you always want to go up on league play.
Cheerleaders and come on up to the press box to
Can
claim
change
your prize.
entire seasons. This middle stretch of the season can potentially put you in the playoffs or bounce you out.
Indeed it can. Still Algonquin and Shrewsbury for Leominster to come.
Waiting for the ball to come in here.
Comes in overthrown. Daniel Thompson once again to kick this for the Blue Devils.
And Wachusett with 2 return men as they look to stop this Leominster just absolute change of the game.
Low line drive fielded on the bounce. And he's corralled out of bounds. He's been Dominic.
Dominic on the return. It'll be first down.
That's
first
Aaron
and 10
Christopher
Wachusett
containing
from their own 30,
the edge
4-yard
of the
line.
kick return right there. He grabs a hold of Dominic's jersey and just drags him out. Sideline is your best friend right there, especially coming off the edges, the gunner for these kick returns.
Absolutely. And it's Dylan Harper to get to work for the Mountaineers. Big drive coming up for him. Quick pass to Dominic. And he's brought out of bounds. Still a full quarter to play, but if you're the Mountaineers, momentum's not on your side. Clock may not be either. Not a bad idea to start going out of bounds early.
No, I mean, you do have 12 minutes left of the game, so if you are Wachusett, you still have plenty of time to work with. I mean, you don't want to go too slow in case you stall on this drive.
And this pass caught. Dominic again. Brought out of bounds past midfield.
Number 2.
And that's Harper right there, being able to use his eyes to get the linebackers thinking, because we've been throwing the flats all game, he's getting the linebackers to get quick on those flat routes, and instead you've got the receivers right behind that are able to catch the ball and take it a little bit up the field.
Mountaineers driving now past midfield, first and 10. Blue Devils 48. Dominic pass again, caught.
Pass complete to number
That one,
17,
Blomquist.
Blomquist.
Pair of touchdowns on the day and a big pass up the middle there.
First and 10, Wachusett.
Great dig route right there from Blomquist,
35
reading that the
yards.
linebackers are at about 8 yards, so you want to get behind them to get the first down, and he does exactly that. It's a huge play right there for the Mountaineers as they're capitalizing right now.
Another big pass here. This overthrown. A lot of contact on that. Wants the flag and will not get it.
Pass
Second
intended
and
for
10.
number 9,
And it
McGrady.
appears that the officials are letting the players play the game. They're not calling a lot of ticky-tack stuff right now. They're letting the game be physical, and that's the one thing you've got to see as a corner right now. You're allowed to be a little bit more physical than normal. You can use your hands on these fades and these jump balls, so you might as well use them.
Can't regard the intended receiver on that. Popecki breaks a tackle from behind.
Number 28, Popecki with the
That was
carry.
Jaden Jenkins getting in the backfield early to slow down Popecki, and everybody else comes in to clean it up. So that's some great stuff
Third
right
down.
there. Penetrating early. Beautiful work right here from this Leominster offense as It's going to be 3rd and long here.
3rd and 7, 3rd and quite a bit. Mountaineers still in this one, just down a touchdown. Flag on the play after the snap. And this one will be going back.
Waiting for the call from the officials.
Come in, flag on Leominster.
4 men on the field against Leominster.
And that was 12 men on the field, so it's going to be a 3rd and 2 now.
Remains 3rd down. 3rd and 2 for the Mountaineers.
Not a big penalty, as it's a much more manageable 3rd down for the Mountaineers.
And Leominster with the 4-3.
Harper drops back. The pass is caught. First down.
Number 20, Caden Lane.
Caden Lane is first catch of the
In for
day.
a first down, 1st and 10 Mountaineers.
And that's what the Mountaineers are doing now. They're realizing that because of Leominster's coverage with the cover 4 look, you can put these fades out and then have out routes follow them, and it's going to be very open. And Leominster is going to call a timeout to make sure that they get the right men on the field here for a pivotal first down.
On the field, timeout.
1st and 10 from the 20 for the Mountaineers. And suddenly, Wachusett clawing their way back after giving up the lead, led by as much as 14 at one point in this game. Find themselves now down a touchdown. 9:53 on the clock for them.
I mean, Leominster, if I'm not mistaken, they've scored 25 unanswered.
Do believe that is correct.
25-7 with about a minute left of the first half, 30 seconds left of that first half, as it was Ethan Blomquist that had the pick 6. And then Leominster answered with that end of the first half absolute miracle from Osiris Lopez, as he shook almost every Mountaineer and was able to take it for 41 yards as time expired.
That was a real momentum shift, as Mountaineers came out looking like a different team in the second half. And not necessarily for the better. Restart play. Harper drops back. Big pass in the end zone. Grayson not there. Overthrown for Grayson Baker.
And that was the slot fade that I mentioned earlier they were looking for. Baker, he's been doing these out routes all game. He finally fakes it and goes up the sideline. It was wide open. Just barely missed him from Harper. He had him in the corner. Just a slight overthrow. Luckily for the Devils, no points are on the board at this moment.
Only the 2nd or 3rd target of Grayson Baker today. Blue Devils doing a good job of shutting him down. As Harper's looking at him again, goes for it, and nearly intercepted by Osiris Lopez, who can't come down with it.
And that's a perfect break on the ball from Lopez right there. You can't do much better as the throw comes in late on those out routes. That's a DB's dream. Close out the game, maybe.
Lopez wants that one back, but that'll set up a 3rd and 10, 3rd and quite a lot here for the Mountaineers. And this, one of the most pivotal plays of the game. And they'll run it through Papecki, who will not get enough. Gets maybe a yard and a half, 2 yards. And if you're the Mountaineers, difficult decision to make here. Ball is on the 17, you are inside the red zone.
And this front 7 stepping up for Leominster. You really cannot ask for much more. Big play right here. This is going to change a lot as the game goes on. Wachusett with trips coming out. They got Baker in the slot with no safety over the top. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to give him a shot right now.
4th and 8 from the Blue Devils 17. Rolling right, Harper. Harper the pass out of the hands of Ben Dominic. Blue Devils will force a turnover on downs.
And that's Giovanni Morales in coverage right there, forcing him to the sideline, so he has to make either the most incredible throw or the most incredible catch. And the Mountaineers unable to do so. So we have a change of possession right here.
Blue Devils defense coming up big once again. The red zone stop. They'll start on their own 17. Up a touchdown and a chance to make it more at the long field. Hand it off and quickly brought down is Xavier Cora back in the game after an injury that saw him down for quite a few minutes.
And that was Cora following the pulling guard, Jacob Pascal. Great job leading him there, just unfortunately couldn't do too much as Mountaineers had a lot in the area. They kind of knew the play ahead of time.
Good to see Cora back up at full strength. Gain of a yard on that, 2nd and 9. Lopez will drop back to pass, and he has a lot of time here. Thinks about stepping up and won't. Rolls right, nearly brought down, still up. And he's gonna have to get rid of this one. Calling his shot, big pass is nearly caught, but brought down. Jadis Delgado took a tumble.
And we see a flag on the field. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's in the defensive backfield, so it's looking like it's going to be a fresh set of downs for Leominster right here.
Flag is way back on the 35. Both teams setting up at the original spot.
And that was a holding on the Mountaineers. So we're going to see brand new set of downs for Leominster, as they'll get a free 10 yards on the play there.
Brings it up to the 28. Chains will move, new set of downs.
And this likely will be a run call here, as they wait for the clock to drag down a little bit. And Swain motions across.
And all game we've seen that usually means running to the right. And he'll go left here. He's brought down for minimal gain. Xavier Cora.
No gain on the play, 2nd down.
And that was the counter play that has been the sort of thing you're looking to work off of as you've been working the stretch to the outside. Now you have the counter to come across, follow your guard and your tackle. Just unfortunately not successful for the Leominster offense right there.
2nd and 10 from the 28. And looked like he was going to roll right, but he's going to hand it off to Cora. Still going, still going. Now past the 50, brought out of bounds at the 45. Big gains for Xavier Cora.
Great blocks right there from the line. Anthony Mastroberti clearing it out for Cora so that way he could just follow him, and then he picks up a big gain as they enter Wachusett Field. Pickup of 26 on the play.
26 brings him across midfield and into Mountaineer territory.
As he will get a break on this play as Chris Hatch comes in. And you've got a new tight end up front instead of Dominic Swain.
And this handoff to Hatch, who is brought down before the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Wachusett sent the pressure on that play. All the linebackers are coming up early. They knew it was going to be a run, as Leominster just trying to just kill clock. And we're seeing Jaden Jenkins come in right now for number 34, Edgardo Santiago, who just came in for a play to fill in for Dominic Swain.
Santiago lined up on Lopez right that last play.
And the last time they brought Jenkins in, they threw that jump ball up to him, so I wouldn't be too shocked if they're looking to test the middle of the field here. And they're going to call a flag. It's a timeout for Leominster as they try to get the right stuff on the field. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Timeout coming just before play clock runs out. 6:24 to go in this final quarter. Blue Devils up 32-25, up a touchdown. And Liam Curtin, what's being said right now in that huddle?
Right now, if I'm in that huddle, the thing you're probably hearing is just keep the downs moving. Keep moving the chains. Keep killing the clock. Every time you run, it's going to be 40 seconds off the clock. It's going to be less time for the Mountaineers to counteract on offense. And that's the key to success for this game. Right now, they're putting a lot of pressure on these big boys up front for the line. They've been doing some great stuff all game, setting up the blocks, making sure that Leominster can continue this physical run game.
Blue Devils seconding along. Lopez has Hatch to his left. He'll drop back to pass. Good pocket for him. The pass is nearly caught, comes out of the hands of Jadis Delgado.
And that was right there in the breadbasket. Lopez couldn't put it on him much better. You just got to haul that in. That's a killer right there. I mean, you had it. Now it's going to lead to a big third down right here. And I think the thing that really sucks most about that is the fact that you're not able to kill the extra 40 seconds here and just take up more time and more time.
Unfortunate there.
It's going to be a passing down. Passing down.
3rd and 13, drops out to pass. Pass is quick for Jenkins, caught. He has a first down, ball is out. And picked up very easily by Wachusett with room to run. Brought down just before midfield. Flag on the play.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Mountaineers. Flag on the play.
Chaos here from Halloween Field with 6 minutes to go as we await a potentially very important flag here. Flag came just as the tackle was being made.
I think we're waiting for the referees to explain what's going on here. It looked like Jenkins was down. He got stripped last second. We're seeing Leominster try to plead their case for why Jenkins was down, but unfortunately it's going to be Mountaineers' ball here.
Flag is on Wachusett.
And that's a real swinger right here for Wachusett.
Flag against the Mountaineers after the fumble.
Jenkins with a big catch, just got to hold on to the ball all the way.
Penalty. First down, 1st and 10.
Looked like he was down from up here, but that's why I'm up here and I'm not down there.
As we said last week, it will be Mountaineers ball. 6 minutes to go at their own 20. A lot of field to go for them, but plenty of time for it. Harper, the quick pass for Grayson Baker, who is unable to get it.
That was interesting. He overthrew a 6'7" tight end. It's impressive. But that's what you're trying to do right now. You're trying to call your playmakers. You're just trying to get the ball in their hands here as the game.
Dropping back to pass, a big pass here is overthrown. Caden Lane, the intended receiver.
And he had a couple yards of separation right there. Looks like they're going to send in Juan Miranda now at cornerback to come in for him. Looks like cornerback was trying to press there and just missed by a yard, and he was able to just fly by him for a little bit. Unfortunately for the Mountaineers, Harper was off on the throw.
Juan Miranda in on the near side, number 14. Dropping back to pass, big pass here. Grayson Baker wasn't ready for it. Had his back turned, incomplete. Big 4th and 10 for the Mountaineers.
And a quick 3 and out right here from Wachusett. And with this punt, you do have a chance to take a significant chunk of that clock off. 5 minutes, 45 seconds left. If you just run the ball here every single time, depending on if Wachusett calls timeouts, you're able to at least eat up 2 minutes of clock. Going to make it a crucial drive for Wachusett. Even if it's just a 3-play drive, you know?
Green out can chew quite a lot of clock. 5:45 to go. Juan Miranda back. He's lined up right at the 50. Blue Devils will rush this. Nearly blocked. That'll bounce at the 44. Brought down before midfield.
After the punt, first down, 1st and 10, Leominster.
Blue Devils with
From the
quite a
Mountaineer
short
40,
field to work
7-yard
with,
line.
starting on the Mountaineer side, 48.
Some of their best field position all game for sure. We're going to see what they can work with here.
Easily less than 50 yards to work with.
I mean, the big thing right here is just going to be making sure that you get the clock moving, run the ball, be effective with it. You want to take up as much time as you can with this drive here.
Cora to the strong side, fakes the handoff. And the big pass out of bounds. Intended for Giovanni Morales.
Pass intended for number 14, Morales, incomplete.
2nd and 10, that stops the clock with 5.5 to go.
We're going to see, it's probably going to be a run here now. I know I said on the last one it was probably going to be a run, but this one should be a run. You just want to get some clock going. And the run game's been so good.
And it is a run through Cora. Stiff arms one, he's got room to run, he's still going. 1st down and then some. Brought down to the 24. A big run there.
And the huge thing for him right there, staying in bounds, making sure that you keep the clock going. I'm going to keep saying it. I know I've been harping on this a lot. It's going to be the key to making sure that you win this game. The run game has been absolutely dominant so far. You got a 24-yard pickup from Cora, just following his blockers. Everybody up front, pancakes all around.
1st and 10, 22. Cora again, left side. Runs into the line, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage.
And he was looking to follow Carter Austin right there on the outside stretch. Unfortunately, just too many Mountaineers in the area, not enough people to block.
2nd and 10 as he runs straight into the line of scrimmage for no gain.
We got Chris Hatch in. Another one of these powerful Leominster backs that just really can punish the DBs and the linebackers.
It will be Hatch here, right side. And he's got a pickup. He's stiff-armed one, still going all the way, I believe.
Number 22, Hatch with the carry.
I believe they are going to say he's out of bounds. 1st and goal from about the 9, if I'm not mistaken. Hard to see the lines from here.
It was huge stiff arm right there by Chris Hatch. Just beautiful work from a carrier.
Hatchin again here, lined up directly behind Lopez.
Aramis Reyes this time.
It is Reyes who will take it. He is short to about the 5.
Reyes with the carry.
And Wachusett getting people dropping. They're calling the timeouts.
Timeout on the field, timeout. Wachusett.
Timeout Wachusett, 4 minutes to go now, 4:07. Blue Devils threatening once again. Couldn't make it a 2-possession game here.
And we're seeing a couple of these Wachusett guys hurting for sure. We're seeing number 56, Blaze Citizen. He's limping a lot. He's cramping up for sure. It's looking like they're going to take him out now. And right now, if you're in that Leominster huddle, a lot of things going right. Just keep running the ball. It's been working in the second half. The outside zones especially, you're getting your bigger guys that are toting the ball. And you're getting them going against the DBs who are definitely smaller for sure. And they've just been getting their paychecks worth tonight for sure.
Citizen the lineman does make his way off. We wish him the best. 4 and change to go.
So far we got a 6-play drive from Leominster, 43 yards. As about 2 minutes have come off the clock since getting the ball, about 1:30 as I look at it.
2nd and goal from the 5. Lopez rolls left. He's going to take this one himself. Runs into traffic. And he is in. Touchdown, Leominster. Osiris Lopez keeps this one himself. And that's going to be a big one for them. Potentially puts his game away. 38-25, 4 minutes to go.
And we see the Leominster sideline toting their arms up, looking at Wachusett. And it's been very quiet here in the second half.
It has been much quieter. Everyone thinks the Leominster-Fitchburg is a big rivalry, but Leominster-Wachusett, one that not a lot of people think of. Big one here. PAT blocked.
Yes, the point is no
And
good.
guess who it is? Grayson Baker, the 6'7", the tall wingspan. That's going to help with that type of play. I mean, it's not very often that you see someone that large up front. Always makes it easier for special teams. And we're looking at it now. Leominster has scored 31 unanswered points here. Absolute dominance since Lopez just completely changed the game with his legs. This Leominster offense just looks lethal. And we got 4 minutes left, but
4 minutes is a lot of time for a quick score.
it is, absolutely.
Every drive important. This one pivotal for the Mountaineers. Daniel Thompson to kick. Pair of returners back for the Mountaineers.
And the biggest thing for Leominster this drive, make sure you keep everything in front of you and in the middle of the field. You don't want them going out of bounds, stopping the clock. You want this to keep going. So the biggest thing for a DB, you're going to want to be shaded outside, and you're going to want to be backed off a little bit more than usual. And for the line especially, just keep doing what you've been doing. It's been successful all game. You've caused so many 3-and-outs the second half. Just keep it going.
Return 20 yards from Dominic. It's part of the 34. Timeout Leominster. Had a few too many bodies on the field there. Their second, if I'm not mistaken.
As they look to get the rotation perfect for this drive. This will determine the game likely. If you stop them here, it's hard to imagine that this game isn't over, as we're seeing a lot of these Wachusett students leaving. The game is not over, however.
3:54 to go, a lot of time on the clock. Many of the Mountaineers faithful still sticking around to see this one out.
For sure.
14 points, not completely insurmountable.
Now, Cody, if you're Wachusett, what's the first thing you're attacking right here?
The short game has just been so good for them today. All game, Grayson Baker has been shut down, but for the Blue Devils, it has just been a matter of finding that next target. As this one a big pass. Cam McGarvey caught and going, and he is all the way. A big touchdown for the Mountaineers, going against my advisory for the long ball, and it works for them, finding a gap, 31-28.
And that is exactly why, for Leominster, you've got to be dropped back a little bit more than usual. These one-play drives are the killer when it comes down to the end of the game. McGarvey capitalizing off of it. And Leominster's going to have a very pivotal drive now again.
They absolutely are. As this is a big one. It is now a 7-point game. Chance to make it 6. Last PAT for the Blue Devils blocked by Grayson Baker.
And that's McGravy's second touchdown out of the game. Yet another huge one. Using his speed. He's very dynamic as a receiver. I know we've been talking about Baker, but it seems that McGravy is able to complement that size as he just adds that extra element where Leominster just wasn't prepared to get beat over the top there.
PAT up and good. Difference is 6 points. 3:44 to go. Blue Devils to get the ball here. A lot of time on this clock still. chilly and windy night here in Holden at Wachusett Regional. And this place has come right back to life, has Halloween Field.
It most certainly has. We saw the students starting to walk, and then next we know, McGravy changes the game a little bit. And now we're seeing life be brought back as confetti is popping, powder is flowing.
Juan Miranda back. Blue Devils line up for the onside. And it'll be a low bouncer. Miranda has some trouble fielding it, and it'll drop straight down to the 25.
We call Miranda on the return. It'll be first down, 1st and 10 Blue Devils.
No return on that. Blue Devils get to work
From their own
from their own 25, 26.
26-yard line.
Officially spotted at the 26.
We've got Cora in the backfield as this electric run game is going to be very, very, very needed.
And it will be Cora to the right, and he'll get a few on that. Brought down hard.
With the carry.
They're just going back to the well of attacking the edge and bouncing the runs out, as it's been success so far. Going up the middle, not quite as much, but when you're getting Cora in space, so that way when he's in open field, it's so tough to bring him down because he's just so physical and so big. It's what you need.
2nd and 7, gain of 3 to 29. Grayson, there's a pass rusher. He won't go through, it'll be Cora again. He stood up at the 35.
Just short of the first down. I like the QB read right there.
Timeout on the field, timeout. Wachusett.
Wachusett calling a timeout here.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Big down right here. You don't see it often from Leominster. I'm not sure if Lopez is able to take the under center snaps, but this is probably the time when you try to get that QB sneak in that has seemed so efficient over the past couple of years. And I mean, we saw it earlier from Wachusett. They were able to get it from a 4th and 2. If he's able to, I'd go right under center, get everybody behind me pushing, get the first down. It's going to be really tough to stop all these bodies for Leominster on just such a short down.
They are bringing the chains out for this. We wait for the spot here, and it is short. 4th and inches. 3rd and inches, excuse me.
Big play incoming, so you're going to want your most effective run, which, I mean, obviously we've seen the outside zone be their best. But you're just looking for about half a yard, so that way you can get the clock rolling, new set of downs, start going through the timeouts for Wachusett.
Cyrus Lopez is in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Cora. Cora powers through, first down, Leominster.
And that's great blocking right there from number 74. And that's Jacob Pascal. Again, leading the front for this Leominster offensive line. And then we're also seeing Tyler Whitskill up front. It's looked great so far for this offensive line.
Pascal, the big lineman, comes up big with the block for the Blue Devils. 1st and 10 from their own 40.
And one thing for Leominster, I would hit the slot receiver really quick. I mean, he's wide open if Wachusett keeps doing it.
Number 3, Lopez with the carry.
Lopez keeps that one himself.
Timeout on the field,
He'll get a yard. Wachusett will call another timeout. 2:15 to go. This one slowly winds its way down.
And probably called the play a little quicker than you would have liked. You would like to see the clock come a little bit further down as we're starting to get into crunch time, where every second matters.
Wachusett, the chant from the Mountaineers faithful during this timeout. As a 2nd and 8 looms for Leominster with 2 and change to go, pushing midfield. big run game night for Leominster.
Absolutely. I mean, you weren't focusing so much on it in the first half, and if you did, it was up the middle. The nice switch that they made at halftime was just focusing on setting it up outside and then setting up the play action off of it, and that's been the biggest game changer so far.
Cora keeps it, and he'll gain a few yards on that to the 46, gain of 4.
Number 5, Cora with the
See,
carry.
3rd and 4 here.
It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
Now you're calling for your best play, so you can change the downs.
3rd and 4 from the 46. Cora lined up behind Lopez. Leading the clock. Leominster jumps, I believe. That'll set up a 3rd and 9 as they'll march back
5-yard
5.
penalty.
And it looks like that was one of their guards that just flinched enough.
It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 9.
Everybody was pointing. Fortunately, doesn't go the way for Leominster. So now you got 3rd and 9. Gonna put a lot of pressure on them right here.
3rd and 9 forces a big decision. Run bleed more clock, or do you put this one in the air?
Well, I mean, it's so tough with this. You want to kill the clock and then force a punt, but I think you got to attack the middle of the field here.
And Cora here to the right side. Not enough, brought down short.
Number 5, Cora with the carry.
3 yards short,
down.
4th and 3.
Now the real question
for the
is,
Blue Devils.
will they go for it right now, or are they just going to let the clock drill out and call timeout?
The Devils do have another timeout. So they're going to line up and see if they can get a jump.
As Lopez whispers into the ear of Whitskill here.
A loud roar from the crowd here at Halloween Fields. Clock continues to run.
And Leominster
Flag.
takes the delay again right there to use all the clock. You're going to give Jaden Jenkins a little bit more room to punt, see if he can get a nice booming kick going here. Give the Mountaineers a long field to go.
55 seconds left in this
4th
one.
and 8 for the Blue Devils.
Mountaineers send a returner back down 6. Potential season-defining drive coming for both these teams.
Absolutely.
Wachusett 2 and 3, and Leominster 1 and 4.
And as somebody that's been on Leominster's side on one of these exact types of situations here, the biggest thing is keeping everything in front of you.
That is a fantastic punt, fielded back to the 41.
20, Caden Lane on the return.
Good punt, good
And the first down,
return.
1st and 10,
44
Wachusett
seconds left to go.
from their own 41-yard line.
I think the
with
biggest
44
people you're going to
seconds
call on
remaining.
right here, you're going to be looking at Osiris Lopez and Giovanni Morales as safeties, especially Mimi Elias. All 3 of them have stepped up all game. Unfortunately, that last series, you got burnt. Now you look forward and you're looking to just keep everything in front of you and inbounds.
And rolling to his left is Dylan Harper. The big pass is nearly intercepted.
That's Jadis Delgado right there, getting hands on the ball. Beautiful play right there, making sure that that's Ben Dominic that can't get it. Great work right there from the corner. Just what you're looking for.
Dominic has been a favorite target all game. Delgado shots him down on that one. 36 on the clock.
And that's the thing too, with 36 seconds left, going at the middle of the field is going to be very tough, so you want to keep everything inside of you if you're Leominster.
And another quick pass here to Grayson. No!
Passes everything away.
Look for
Baker.
Grayson Baker.
And again, Delgado stepping up, putting hands on the receiver, and it's going to be another incompletion. And we're setting up a 3rd and long. Great stuff so far from Jadis Delgado.
Delgado puts the defense on his back, 3rd and 10.
And Wachusett with quad set looking right now. It's Chris Hatch looks to set the rush.
Quick pass is dropped. Pass came in low.
Pass intended for number 17, Blomquist.
Ethan Blomquist, the intended receiver, couldn't dig it out. 4th and 10, and there's no doubt about the play call here. 27 seconds on the clock.
And Leominster is getting hyped up as this play will seal the game for them.
What an emotional roller coaster this one has been. Wachusett chant from the student section to my right.
And again, you got to watch the sticks. You don't want anything behind you. And Leominster with the prevent defense look right now.
Harper drops back, being pressured, and he gets the pass off, caught. Blomquist still with room to run, brought down at the 34, 36, and that is pivotal. New set it down for Wachusett. This one, 14 seconds to go, is not over, and they will clock that. 12 seconds on the clock now, 2nd and 10.
And an underrated factor about that play. So obviously, Wachusett picks up the first down, but Keegan Amarasing did the smart thing of staying on the ball carrier for as long as possible. Even if it's just a couple seconds, you're just looking to get anything going. Smart play by him, very aware. And it's going to be a big play right here from Wachusett as Leominster just wants to keep them out of the end zone.
And they will rush him here. Grayson Baker with the catch, and he is going to be tackled. Is he inbounds or out? I believe he falls out of bounds there. The big 6'7" tight end with the catch. 7 seconds on the clock now.
And Wachusett bringing in all their great receivers of the game so far.
This potentially the final play. 7 seconds to go. Blue Devils with 4 back. Make it 5. And the snap, hand it off. And they're gonna lateral this one. And the pass from Harper. Grayson Baker out of his hands. And that is it. Blue Devils will win this one 38-32. An unbelievable comeback from them, down as much as 14 in the first half. And this on the road is a big win for Leominster as they will storm the field.
Fans going back to Halloween Field next Friday.
Liam Curtin, talk us through that final play.
I mean, you're just trying to get any trickery going. You're trying to get anything. And Leominster just seals the deal right there. Great play by Giovanni Morales, just keeping it in front of him, making sure that Grayson Baker has to push off him in order to get the catch going and any Hail Mary effort, and just very disciplined football right there at the end of the game.
Leominster versus Wachusett, a game that never disappoints. And this one, an instant classic at Hal Lane Field. Blue Devils take this 38-32 over the Mountaineers. For Liam Curtin and our LTV production team, I'm Cody Roy signing off.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. By MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.